Good afternoon. Disappointing ending for our group. At a critical juncture of the season. That was a tough game for us. We knew it would, being undermanned, but we still expected to win. And it was a game we should have won. But we didn't make the necessary plays down the stretch to finish it off. And we have to have a short memory. Proud of our group's effort, really proud of our effort. We had to play some different ways. We practiced some, but haven't played much in games with 5 guards. But proud of our group. And we have to recoup as it is in this great league. And we have a great opponent waiting for us at home on Tuesday.
Questions for Coach? Coach, you guys were able to get hot early in the second half from deep. But what was that adjustment at halftime to kind of free up more of those open books from deep?
Yeah, we just found the matchup we liked one-on-one, and we felt good about attacking those switches. And, if you have a layup, pass it. And if you don't, if you have a layup, lay it up. And if you don't, pass it out. And our guys were making great decisions, shooting open shots.
And when you speak on going small with that number of guards, how much is that? I'm something you haven't been able to work on much, but how much does that help in your ability to spread the ball around?
Yeah, obviously the space is good with all five guys that can create on the court. And I thought, our guys really played well. Defensively, not so much, giving up 60% in the second half. But Butler makes tough shots. They make a high clip of contested mids. And some of those shots we'll live with. I thought Richard Barron played great D on Pierre Brooks. Telford's lefty shot to finish is not a shot he makes often. He's very right-hand dominant. But it was a great learning lesson for our guys. Richard Barron's defense at the end was great. He was elite defense on Pierre Brooks at the end. What can we do as a program and a staff to help him not go for 2 shot fakes earlier in the game, on Brooks and once on Thomas. So great learning lesson for our young guys. Jaden Pierre, playing through, a calf injury, and obviously without Josh, but never an excuse. The mission didn't change. This is a game we fully expected to win.
You mentioned being short-handed, even if you're not short-handed. How difficult would you describe it is to go into another arena in this league?
Yeah, every arena is such great. Except a couple right now, but they'll be back, I think. But right now, 9 of the venues are elite. A great fan support, knowledgeable fans. The coach, I can't talk enough about the coaching. I was just sitting at home looking at Thad Matta's coaching resume a few weeks. He's a phenomenal coach. And every game, we get who I think is the greatest coach in history of a game the next game. So, it's an incredible league.
Any more questions? Short memory. How hard is it to have a short memory?
Yeah, it's tough, but it's a good opportunity for us to improve. We came up short at Connecticut, a little bit over a week ago, and we did not respond well the next night out against Villanova. So it's a great opportunity on shorter, time off days in between to really respond to this right now with rehab, showering, getting on the plane, getting back, to play Tuesday. So it's a great test for us to see how we respond to this loss. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Jim, I'm curious what you can tell Corey. What else could he do on that last drive?
Yeah, I don't have any critique of Corey on his last drive. It was looking at it on film, looked like it was some contact, but it's a bang game. You could argue calls both ways. I'm sure. I don't know once I watch it, but I can't critique it any. Maybe go with 2 hands. It would be more violent, but we thought he was hit, on the last drive.
And can you take us through the timing with Josh? Did you find out yesterday, last night, and obviously adjusted well?
Find out what?
That he was unavailable.
Well, he didn't make the trip with us. We were waiting for, some news last night. But you don't rush those things. And we found out this morning around 7 a.m. that he ultimately would be unavailable.
And can I ask, is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's great. Everything's great.
Tim, on the last two possessions, defense for Butler, were you thinking about maybe getting a little help, just the way they were backing into the post?
Say it again. Were you thinking about what?
Were you thinking about giving a little help down low as they were kind of backing into the post?
Yeah, it's something you live with. You could double team, but you open up, opportunities to spread around and get us in rotations. So you make a decision to go one-on-one. I thought Richard on Pierre and Devin on Telford played really good defense. I thought those guys made really good shots, which, at this level, that is oftentimes what the game comes down to. I'll second guess it for sure. But I thought, we trusted our defense in that moment.
Speaking of defense, you kind of went back and forth man zone there in the first half. Just what was that like for you to kind of find that balance of seeing what was working, trying to keep them off balance?
It was good. I'll look at the points per possession with each and see, how it did. We felt like we got in a good flow with our switching ball screen package in the second half. We absolutely to try to, rest our guys as much as we could. We knew this was going to be a heck of a marathon. And all I know is me as their coach, our staff, our college, and all of Friar Town should be incredibly proud of every Friar that made this, every Friar that's on our team, obviously, but the guys that hooked it up today, the guys that were on the bench gave absolutely everything they had. And sometimes you come up short, and it's disappointing. But now it's time for us to recover, re-engage, and reset and get ready to play a St. John's team that beat us about a month ago.
You mentioned Jaden, he didn't start. He had a calf injury. Was there any chance that he might not even go today?
Yeah, there was a good chance. I wasn't, 7-8 minutes in the game, I wasn't planning on playing him. I told him if he wanted to play to come to me and let me know. And he did. He said he wanted to play. And I thought he did a great job with, all he could. He hadn't practiced the last couple of days. Thought he made some big plays for us on both ends.
And just on Corey's day as a whole, we saw him hit some outside shots, get some confidence there, and then start to take the ball to the basket. How pleased are you to kind of see that progression from him?
Yeah, really happy for Corey. And we expect that from Corey. That output is not surprising to us. His slump and all that he's been in. He's a great teammate. He's a great student. He's a great kid. He comes to work every day. We expected that out of him.
Thank you, Kim. Safe travels.
Thank you.
Any more questions, guys?
Yeah, Kim, you mentioned in the other room, this is a game you feel you should have won. Does that come from seeing the last possession with Corey's dunk and maybe the calls there, or was that just from earlier in the game and the effort you guys gave?
No, we don't. I have never in my career taken the court and not expected to win, playing or coaching, down guys or not. The mission didn't change. We had enough, obviously. We had a plan, and it was, albeit different, with different lineups. Our guys executed at a pretty good level, but just not enough to get the victory. But proud of our group for their fight. There's a lot of things we can clean up, from this game. But I thought the effort, I thought the toughness, I thought the togetherness, I thought the intent was pretty good.
And then just switching up the defenses as much as you did without Josh in the game here. One, how deep into the playbook do you guys have to go for this? And, what was it like on the sideline there trying to get those calls in?
Very deep. We went very deep in the playbook. Roles are dished out through our staff, OB, underneath, out of bounds, side OB, after free throws, after makes, after misses. You know, it was good. Our guys did an incredible job of adjusting. Some mistakes, obviously, which is, you know, things we need to learn from. But again, I'm, you know, incredibly disappointed in the loss, but I'm more disappointed for our guys, you know, because they really battled. They really battled. And, you know, up 7 with 4 to go, I'm going to look at this of things that I could have done better to give us a better shot to win, manage the game better down the stretch. I thought we had some good looks, some free throws. But, yeah, to, you know, Brendan's question about double teaming, maybe that was a mistake. And, you know, for me, it's a part of learning as a young coach. It's a great opportunity to grow. Thank you, guys. God bless.